Hello, my foodie friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today, I thought it would be interesting to talk about my traveling brushes. Often, I need to catch the plane rapidly for work purposes. And we also often tend to get away on weekends. Hence, my choice in brushes are very functional brushes that I take along with me, and brushes that are rather inexpensive, but at the same time being useful and quite polyvalent. So, in no preference particular order, let's have a look at the different brushes that I take with me on my travel trips, my business trips, and on holidays as well. So let us start with foundation brushes. Foundation and concealer. I have here a Kolinsky paddle brush, but I sometimes take along with me sable or even weasel paddle brushes, and I find that these are actually, this shape is very good for one and done. I even use it to conceal. For example, with the Tom Ford stick concealer, I can easily just roll it up if I don't have time and conceal. And the same thing with the stick concealer, I can just roll it. Oh, this was nearly done. And tap, tap, tap. And the brush, it's so functional because I can use it for foundation, for concealer, even cream blushes. And as you probably know, the brushes from the sable family, they are actually not so fragile. So they can be, I wouldn't say handled roughly, but you don't have to baby it, let's just say. And this is actually a Kolinsky concealer brush, but I suppose you can also use it for targeted foundation or targeted concealer. I sometimes don't have the time, so I would just take the stick concealer and then just apply quickly. And this brush is actually, the movement, the hairs are not bundled so tightly, so there's quite a bit of free movement. It's a very nice blending brush. And of course, I have a stippling brush here. Stippling brushes are not actually my favorite brushes, simply for the reason that most of them are made from goat and synthetic, and they get dirty very easily. So often in trips, I don't have the time to clean. I would have to wipe it down very, very carefully. And I can't stand the sight of a dirty brush. So, but they are very useful because for seamless application, stippling brushes are really, really useful tools. I have eyebrow brushes here. This is a Wayne Goss, and I have a one here from the Kyoto Yoshiki for one and done brows. Because on trips, I would want to have my makeup done as fast as possible. I have always two angle brushes with me to flick out my eyeliner, or if I feel like even using it for the brows. So they are actually quite ambivalent, multi-purpose tools. And then going on with the eye brushes, I have a blending brush. During my last trip, I had taken this squirrel brush with me. This one is from the OEM is actually Leona. I forgot if it was, yes, it's Mac Pro. The brush is actually Mac Pro, but the OEM is Leona. I have a red squirrel from Tonsado here. The red squirrel doesn't pick up a lot of products, so if I have some sort of pigmented eyeshadow and I don't want to look too clownish, one and done. I really like fox hair for one and done as well, because simply for the fact that you can use cream and powder products with fox hair, and the short handles is perfect for traveling. So 2 paddle brushes. For face brushes, for blush and bronzers, I really like portables. This one here is from Hakuhodo. I like portables because you can throw it in your handbag for touch-ups. Same thing with the Takeda here. Slide up, slide down. My only regret is that they don't have a closure here. So you will need a small pouch for it. Takeda does provide a small pouch with it, but I've misplaced mine for some reason. So I just put it in one of those tiny pouches just to protect the top part of the brush. And this is actually made from goat. It's dyed goat hair, but it's very soft, very plush, and very powerful at the same time, because it can pick up bronzers. So you can bronze with it. You can pick up blush that are not so pigmented as well. You can even sculpt and contour as well with it. It's not a very big brush, but I find that the sort of like, my brush is particularly dirty. I think they all need to go in for a wash. I find that the sides being rather curved and the very top kind of not so domeish, not so flattish. It hugs the face rather well. So these are actually favorites, and the Hakuhodo here is, oops, I'm looking for the push button. It's a mix squirrel, gray squirrel and goat hair. Hakuhodo doesn't specify what type of goat hair it is, but I also like it a lot, and I think this is in fact the portable brush that I have taken along with me on most trips. So yeah, very functional, even for powder. Even for powdering, it's an amazing brush. And of course, I do have here a red squirrel brush. I really like this angle red squirrel brush from Chinzy. It's not red squirrel, sorry, is actually a finer, softer, and I would say more fragile in a sense. But this brush, I've gone to a lot of places with it and it doesn't really shed. I know some of my friends have had this brush that they said did shed. Initially it did shed quite a bit, but I suppose after 5-6 washes it has rather tamed down quite a bit, and amazing for blushes and finishing as well, even for buffing, because I don't like to buff with a particular hair which is too strong, like goat. I find that over time, and as from my mid-30s, goat hair, my skin is sometimes sensitive, and I find that goat hair do tug on my skin whilst buffing. So these brushes are very easily, they fit very, very easily into, let me just move this here. This is actually a pouch from Hakuhodo I got some time back. And I can fit my foundation brushes, because normally on trips they would be so dirty. So these normally I would take with me in my bag, and then I would have my other brushes like this, accessible for the next day, or if I do happen to come back to the hotel. And I really, really recommend this Hakuhodo little brush. I call it a brush stand. I forgot what Hakuhodo calls it. So it's easy to slot it in here, and move the camera just a little bit, and here. And to pack up, it's so easy because you can just take out all the brushes, put it back in the pouch, and then take the brushes, put it back, and then you just close it, and boom, voila. Put them all back in the pouch, and we're good to go. This pouch is actually from Bisyodo, and I got mine from Fude Beauty, and it was rather inexpensive. Initially when I got it, I wasn't sure of the quality of the pouch itself, and it's not very accurate, the pictures that we see on the website. So I didn't really know what to think. But upon receiving it, I would say that the pouch itself feels rather flimsy and plasticky, but I don't have an issue with it because it's so cheap. So I ended up getting like 3-4, and they're perfect for traveling because everything fits in there. And I just close it, and voila, it's done. You're good to go, and all my brushes are in there. When I travel, most of the time, I have one piece of luggage, and that's my hand luggage. So I would not want to travel heavy. I would want minimum items with me. And let's say, anything can happen when you're traveling. If I do happen to lose my luggage, I'm still okay with it. I'm not really okay losing my brushes, but these are not super expensive brushes that it would break my heart to they are not irreplaceable. That's what I meant. So I will be linking this particular pouch in case any of you are interested. It's from Fude Beauty. This pouch here, I believe you can get it from Fude Japan. I will link his website down below in the description boxes in case anybody is interested in it. And thank you for watching and spending time with me today. Let me know if you would like to see my makeup pouch, what I take with me on my traveling trips together with these brushes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and turn the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you. Goodbye.